Okay, this is going to be a two-part video on matchmaking updates and clarifying things, as well as talking about what I've learned, and hopefully you'll find this helpful. And of course, I look forward to your comments and questions. First, let's break down my matchmaking program, how it works, what you get, and what you can expect. All right, I have three levels of matchmaking: matchmaking one, matchmaking two, and matchmaking three, or level one, two, and three. Level one is called in the database. What is in the database? In the database means I'm not actively searching for matches for you, but I have your pictures, I have your questionnaire, I have a general sense of what you're looking for. Some of you in the database I know extremely well. Some of you I don't know as well, or I'm not as up to date in your life because you're not a regular client. You just happen to be in my network. And so what happens is if another matchmaker or someone comes along who's looking for someone like you, whether it's your qualities, your characteristics, or your appearance, any of those things or all of the above, I have you available. It's that simple. And it does happen. It does happen. Sometimes that's a slower burn than some of the other situations, but it does happen. Level two is pay as you go. In pay as you go, you get the database, which is a year, but you also get 6 months of online dating support. Those of you who want to use apps, most of you, 90% of you do not know how to use dating apps effectively. And you know you're not an effective dating app user if you are a serial dater and if you're not having success on the apps. Granted, only about 30% of people on dating apps are viable, but most people, 100%, do not know how to talk to people on dating apps, do not know how to qualify, get all turned around and weirded out in all kinds of sort of ways that are sabotaging your efforts on dating apps. That's just the God's honest truth. I'm trying to be straight up with you here. Anyhow, I will support you in the dating apps for up to 6 months. Now, if you want me to look for a couple of matches for you, often the matchmakers that I'm working with, they come with a fee. And it could be, 200, 300, 500, any number in there. And if you want to pay that fee, then you can have that match. And I will obviously show you those matches beforehand, but then you're not invested in the full service program and it's just a la carte essentially. All right. And in level three is a little bit different now. It started out as an add-on to the a la carte, meaning you get the database, you're going to get the online dating support, you're going to get the profile, and for the same terms, database for a year, online dating support for 6 months, and you also get full service matchmaking. Mean I'm going to provide you 3 to 6 matches at no cost for 6 months. And the only thing that's changed about that since I started is effective March 1, 2024, I now have shortened that to 3 months. The reason I have shortened it is twofold. Matchmaking is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And any of you who have online dated, you've always said, this is like another job, 100%. It's like another job. And to that point, I actually have the wonderful Susie Schroeder, who's now helping out and learning to be an incredible matchmaker herself because it is that much work. The other thing is I've learned that some people are extremely easy to match, and you find out right away if you're going to get matches and people are going to come into their experience. Other people are not. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for you. And it doesn't have a lot to do with appearance. It doesn't have a lot to do with socioeconomic status. A lot of times it has to do with geography. Other times it has to do with the fact that people are extremely picky and in their own way, quite frankly. But you'll find out within 3 months how readily matches can come to you. It doesn't mean you're not matchable. I've had a couple of people I've been working with 6, 7, 8 months, and if you finally find that fit, and it's really gratifying and satisfying. But some people take longer, and so you can decide if you want to renew. But it is a lot of work. And some of the matches I have to go looking for, I don't just go through matchmakers. I really go boots on the ground looking for people. So anyhow, this is the gist of how the matchmaking program works. And in part two, I will tell you what I've learned about you guys and the process and what people's impediments truly are to getting matched and why they're staying single.